What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Rasco Garage. We're here with another episode. Going to be doing a little fabricating. Got kind of a cool little project that I'm working on here. So I'm working on making a prototype rear section exhaust, a rear section that I could just make over and over again. Same thing, same location, same starting point. With that said, I'm making a couple versions of it. So I'm going to make a full set of stainless steel long tube headers. But today, on today's episode, we're going to be making an adapter that's going to go from the stock OEM shorty headers and adapt to the exhaust that I'm making. So let me show you what we're working with here. So what we have before us, we have the OEM shorty headers here. So what I've done is I've gone on Fusion 360 and I've made a couple stainless steel flanges myself that adapt to these. So you can see the fitment here. There we go. So those ones fit on there really good. This company is awesome, Send Cut Send. I follow another channel. It's a local guy. The channel is called StanceWorks. That guy is very, very talented, and one of the episodes he mentioned Send Cut Send, and he uses them, so I checked it out, and they are a fantastic company. So anyhow, we got the flanges cut and ready to go that adapt to the stock exhaust. So we're going to go stainless steel on this. So then what we're going to do is the stock headers have a 2-inch diameter exhaust dump. I want to convert it to 2.5 inch. So we got these 2 to 2.5 inch transitions that we're going to basically tack into place like this. And that's going to give us our starting point of how we're going to route the header adapter piece to the collectors, and the other end is going to be on a V-band, and you can see the collectors here where we're going to get everything to land. So that's what we're going to work on today. We're going to get the shorty headers bolted up and basically get these things tacked on. And then what I'm going to do also is I have, what is it called? An Iceworks Engineering, where it's the header like exhaust modeling kit. So we're basically going to tack these things into place, get the shorty headers, just a couple bolts, get them in place. I have the collector in place, and then I'm going to get the modeling blocks out, and we're going to route our exhaust routing. And then we're going to come out and we're just going to take out the modeling tubes, replicate that in real metal, and we should have an adapter within a couple hours here. So let's get going. Alright, here we go. So we got the transition tacked up to the flange. Just got them mocked up here. We don't have them bolted on, but we'll get them bolted on here with some flange bolts, and we will get these things mocked up in the car. So all right, so here we are. We got the ICE Engine Works header modeling kit. So what we're going to do is, first thing is we have to grab one of these, and this is basically a plug. So we pop this into the end of the header where the transition is, and then what we'll do is we'll start to use these modeling pieces, and you grab the end like this, and it slips over this end here. See if I can do one-handed. Oh, maybe not. But so that way, when we go back underneath the car, we're basically going to build our adapter, our runners, if you will, back to the collector with these modeling pieces. All right, so we got the modeling blocks done. So now we have our adapter pieces from the shorty headers to our collector with the V-band flange. Cool thing about it is this is really a 2.5 inch diameter, truly, so the V-band actually fit onto the modeling blocks, and I was actually able to clamp a couple of the blocks on the V-band, on the collector itself, under the car, to help guide the modeling blocks where they needed to go. This one is actually about, I would say maybe 5 to 10 millimeters long, just on the straight tubing here. So we'll just have to trim that at the end itself. I just put all the modeling blocks together so I can just make one of these cuts, and then I could trim it as I need. Once I get it into the car, we can do our final fit up there. But pretty much we're gonna have, let's see here, 3 15-degree pies, and then there is one here. Cool thing about it is if you notice the arrows, so this particular pie cut right here, this 15-degree, is slightly offset from these straight pieces, or the spine rather of these straight pieces. So, and you can see here the first one is slightly offset. So when we get our pie cuts, you know, we're gonna mark top dead center on those. So then all I can do is just, you know, whatever this is, 5 millimeters, offset at 5 millimeters, and tack everything up, and then we will make our final weld. So 4 pie cuts on this one, and then we have same here. You can see how this pie cut is offset from this one here. So you just measure that delta there, and then mark it top dead center. A couple straight pieces, and so this one I think has 5 pie cuts on it, so it's okay. A little bit of welding, but all right. So here we have our version in converted to stainless steel. We have some pie cuts here that we've replicated the pie cuts here in the modeling set. They're 28 millimeter diameter on top, 15-degree pie cuts. So we emulated those. Now you can see here that there's arrows on here, so when you have a turn, this is typically indicates an area where you would make a cut, but this is just an offset area. So I've had my pie cuts with a center line on them, so I can basically, or a spine if you will, so I can basically follow along and emulate exactly what I do in the modeling kit here. So we have another one, another offset right here, where you guys can see the offset right there. This is the center line, following the center line of these pie cuts. Here's our offset all the way down to the V-band. So this is just tacked up. So this one just requires just a little bit more finessing up here. Just got to sand it down about another millimeter or so, and the fitment on this one is perfect. So then I'm gonna test fit this one back in the car, and then I'll mock up this other one just to make sure our measurements are still good, or if we have to make any adjustments before we make any cuts. Alright everybody, so we got the adapters completely welded up. They're all done. Check the fitment on the car. The fitment is really good. Let's take a little look at the finished product. So these are the adapters that we made to adapt with the stock shorty headers on the M50, S50, M52, S52. Yeah, so if you liked the video, you know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. These products are available now. Currently right now on my eBay store at Rasco Garage, so check them out. The adapter setup is already for sale. Coming soon, there's going to be custom long tube headers available as well. There'll be a video documenting that process as well. So stay tuned for more from Rasco Garage.